Good morning, everybody. I am B. Sandhya, Department of Chemistry, GDC Mobile. Yesterday, we discussed about the glucose, carbohydrates, and the preparation methods of glucose and chemical properties of glucose. All these things we discussed in last yesterday class. Today, we discuss about the fructose and interconversions and some epimerization, some important topics. Today, we will discuss about that. First of all, we'll go for the epimerization. What is epimerization means? The compounds which have same formula, molecular formula, but they are differ in their configuration about a specific carbon atom other than the carboxylic carbon atom. So, for example, glucose and galactose. These possess same molecular formula, but they differ in configuration at a specific C4 carbon 4 number carbon 4 they shows difference in their configuration. At the same time, glucose and mannose they differ in C2 carbon. So like that, the compounds which a particular carbon they differ in configuration is called epimers. This process is called epimerization. What is meant by epimerization? The process of converting one epimer into the other, that is the inversion of configuration at one asymmetric center in a molecule containing more than one asymmetric centers is called as a epimerization. Then we will go for the conversion of glucose to mannose. How to convert this glucose? Same glucose is structure is C6H12O6, that is mannose also. How to convert that? First of all, the aldose, that is glucose, is oxidized with bromine water and convert into aldonic acid, gluconic acid. Here, the aldehyde group oxidize into carboxylic group and form glucose to gluconic acid. Then further, the gluconic acid is heated with pyridine. In presence of pyridine is heated, this gluconic acid converted into the epimeric aldonic acid. Epimeric aldonic acid, and it is further heating, it loses one water molecule and form lactone, that is the bond between chiral carbon aldehyde oxygen group and chiral carbon and form the lactones. These lactones further react with the sodium amalgam. A epimer is formed, that is D-mannose. Like that, here it is second carbon, the that is a chiral carbon is different between these two structures like glucose and mannose. Like that, we will convert into glucose to mannose. The up to we are studying all characters of glucose and conversions, all those things. Now we will discuss about fructose. Fructose also an important ketohexose. Here, instead of aldehyde, here keto group is presented. It is obtained along with the glucose by the hydrolysis of disaccharide, that is sucrose. On sucrose hydrolysis it gives one glucose molecule, one fructose molecule. It contains keto group. It is a natural monosaccharide found in fruits, honey and vegetables. In its pure form it is used as a sweetener. It is also an important ketohexose. Then we will go for the structure of fructose. Fructose also same molecular formula of glucose, that is C6H12O6, and on the basis of its reaction it was found to contain a ketonic functional group at carbon number 2 and 6 carbons in straight chain as in the case of glucose. It belongs to D series. it is a levorotatory compound. It is appropriately written as D minus fructose. That means when we put this compound in a polarimeter, it rotates the polarimeter anti-clockwise. That's why this compound is called as levorotatory or D minus fructose. Whereas glucose has the dextrorotatory, that's why glucose written as a D plus glucose, it is D minus fructose. Okay, then it is a open chain structure as it is shown here. It also exists in two cyclic forms which are obtained D minus fructose by the addition of OH at C5 carbon to the carbonyl group. The ring thus formed is a five-membered ring and is named as a furanose with analogy to the compound of furan. Furan is a five-membered cyclic compound with one oxygen atom and four carbon atoms. Here we shown the furan. One oxygen atom and four carbon atoms are present. Like this fructose structure can be written as a alpha D minus fructofuranose and beta D minus fructofuranose. Here the second carbon interconversion with the fifth carbon and form a cyclic structure. The cyclic structure of two anomers of fructose are represented by Haworth structures as given below. These vertical pyranose structure, Fischer structures, are rotated by 90 degrees in the right hand side direction. A new configuration is found. In these new structures, the groups found bound to carbon are arranged upward and outwards with respect to the plane of the ring. In the vertical oriented structures, the groups lying on the right hand side will be downward and the groups lying on the left hand side will be the upward. These new structures are called Haworth structures. These pyranose rings are parallel to the plane of the paper. And C1 and C4 carbons are in the plane of the paper. C5 and oxygen atom are behind the plane of the paper. And C2, C3 carbons will be in front of the plane of the paper. But these Haworth planar structure, that is 6 atom cyclic structures, are more stable in puckered forms than in the planar forms. 6 atom cyclic structures are highly stable in chair conformation. Therefore, it is convenient to represent glucose or fructose cyclic structure in the chair conformations. We will discuss that later. Then we will go for the interconversion of monosaccharides. Due to some reaction, we will convert into one monosaccharide to another monosaccharide. First of all, we will go for D-glucose is converted into D-fructose. Here, aldehyde group is converted into keto group. How it will form, we will see. First of all, D-glucose is reacted with 3 moles of phenylhydrazine and form osazone. It reacts with the 2 moles of phenylhydrazine and form a osazone. It is further hydrolysis. It gives glycogen. This glycogen react with the zinc in presence of dilute HCl and gives D-fructose. Like this we will form from D-glucose to D-fructose. Here in this reaction aldehyde group is converted into keto group. Then we will go another conversion that is ketose, fructose to corresponding aldose, that is glucose. Here we are converting keto group into aldehyde group. How it will converted we can see. D-fructose on reduction with sodium amalgam in presence of HCl reagent, carbonyl group is reduced to alcohol. Here one asymmetric carbon, that is at C2 carbon, is formed. Therefore, a mixture of isomers are formed. These isomers differ in configuration at C2 carbon. Therefore, these are called acimers. Acimers are a diastereoisomers. Fractionalization methods are used for the separation of these mixture. So, D-glucitol is oxidized with concentrated nitric acid. We will get D-gluconic acid will be formed. If this is heated well in acidic solution, gamma lactone is formed. In this, lactone is reduced in dilute acid solution with sodium amalgam. D-glucose is obtained. These changes are shown here. First of all, we will go to aldehyde into primary alcohol, then and oxidization we will get gluconic acid, then we will heat, it loses water molecule and form lactones, that is D-gluconolactone, and further so reaction with dilute to acidic media with sodium amalgam we can get D-glucose. So like that we will convert into keto group into aldo group, that is fructose to glucose. Then another one is ascending in aldose to aldopentose to aldohexose. Ascending means increasing one number in the compound is called the ascending order. So here we are converting into aldopentose to aldohexose. This process is called Killian-Fischer synthesis. Here we are converted to aldopentose into the next higher number of the carbons compound aldohexose. This chain extension involves in the addition of hydrogen cyanide. The aldehyde group is converted into cyanohydrin. Then it is hydrolyzed in acidic media with barium hydroxide. We will get adonic acid. Then it is unheated, we will form gamma lactones, followed by lactization. We will reduct with sodium amalgam. We will find the aldohexose, that is glucose or mannose. So this is a typical example for epimers. So by this Killian-Fischer method, we will get a higher number of carbon compound, that is hexose, that is glucose. From aldose to hexose we can find. Next, descending order, that is aldose to pentose, aldohexose to pentose. This is called Ruff's degradation. Degradation itself denotes that the decreasing in number of carbon atoms. One carbon atom decreases when aldohexoses is changed into aldopentoses. So therefore this is called homogeneous descending in the series. To convert glucose into araminose is a good example for this. In this Ruff's degradation method, the process of converting glucose into araminose as follows. First of all, glucose is an oxidation with bromine water, it will give gluconic acid. Further dehydration is occur in presence of calcium carbonate, it form the calcium gluconate. Then further react with hydrogen, in presence of hydrogen peroxide, the pentase reagent will be used as the catalyst. Here we will get keto acid. Then on heating, it loses one carbon dioxide molecule and form aldopentoses. So on heating, it loses one carbon atom, so that we will found the less number of carbon atoms compounds. So this process is known as the Ruff's degradation. These are the main important conversions: Kiliani-Fisher and Ruff's degradation. Then similarities between glucose and fructose. First of all, first point is, with acetic anhydride, glucose forms pentaacetyl derivative. It is also gives pentaacetyl derivative. Second one, with methyl alcohol and HCl, glucose gives glucoside. Here the fructose gives same similar fructoside. Same formula, but they differ in keto group. With hydrogen, glucose forms cyanohydrin. It is also fructose also forms cyanohydrin, and hydroxylamine forms react with the hydroxylamine and forms glucose oxime. Here keto also forms, fructose also forms oxime with hydroxylamine. Then fifth one is the, when glucose heated with the phenyl hydrazine forms glucosazone. Here exactly similar that the osazone is formed. Then on sixth reaction, the fermentation with yeast gives ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. It's also fructose also give ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide by fermentation. And last was similarly between glucose and fructose is, it reduces Fehling solutions and ammonium silver nitration, that is silver nitrate solution, that is Tollens reagent. Also fructose also reduces Fehling solution and ammonium silver nitrate solution, that is Tollens reagent. Due to this, carbonyl group present in, that is aldehyde group present in glucose, fructose ketone group is presented. These are the similarities between the glucose and fructose. Then differences between the glucose and fructose. Glucose is dextrorotatory, whereas the fructose is levorotatory. Dextro means when we put the glucose into polarimeter, it rotates clockwise. Light will rotate by clockwise, so it is called dextrorotatory, and it denoted as the plus positive compound. Whereas fructose is rotates anti-clockwise. That's why it is called levorotatory. Then second one, it reacts with lime water to form a calcium glucosate, which is soluble in water. Fructose forms calcium fructosate, but it is insoluble in water. Glucose on reduction, it will give sorbitol, whereas fructose gives a mixture of sorbitol and mannitol. Then fourth reaction is the, on oxidation of glucose forms gluconic acid, which contain the same number of carbon atoms of glucose. But whereas come to the fructose, it gives a mixture of glycolic acid and tartaric acid, each containing less carbon number of atoms than the fructose. Then fifth one is the glucose forms a brown resinous mass with warm sodium hydroxide solution, whereas fructose doesn't form any resin with the sodium hydroxide solution. These are the 5 differences between the glucose and fructose. Then structural representation of sugars. Already we see Fisher's projections, that is the straight chain representation, Haworth projection, simple ring in perspective, conformational representation is chair and board configurations. How we will write this Haworth from the before straight structures, from straight structures. These vertical pyranose structure, that is Fisher structure, is rotated by 19 degrees in the right hand side direction. A new configuration is obtained. In these new structures, the groups bound to carbon are arranged upwards and downwards with respect to the plane of the ring. In the vertically oriented structures, the groups lying on the right side will be downwards and the groups lying on the left hand side will be upward. These new structures are called Haworth structure, that is the alpha D plus glucose and beta D plus glucose. These 6 atom cyclic structures are highly stable in chair conformation. Therefore, it is convenient to represent glucose cyclic structures in their chair conformation. If we examine the chair conformational structures carefully, we observe that the carbon is in the alpha position in alpha form, OH group on C1 carbon and in the beta position in beta form. The groups lying downwards in the average plane of the molecules are called alpha groups, and these present upward are called beta groups. If big groups are in the equatorial positions, the molecule gets stability. In alpha form, the groups on all carbon except C1 occupying equatorial positions. In beta form, big groups on all carbons occupy equatorial position. These indicate the stability of molecule. Here we will discuss about enantiomers. Enantiomers means the mirror images of two configurations are called enantiomers. They are superimposable with each other. Here we see the D fructose and L fructose. These are the mirror images configuration. They are enantiomers. They are not superimposable with each other. The primary alcohol at first carbon and second carbon. So it is superimposable with each other. These are called mirror images configuration. This phenomena is called as enantiomers. Here we see the glyceraldehyde as a unit, mother unit. So these two are same, but in L isomer hydroxyl group left inside, whereas D isomer hydroxyl group is right inside. So it is called L isomer, whereas hydroxy group on right side is called D isomer, dihydroxyacetone. This is another one. Already we have discussed about Ruff's degradation, a series of reactions that remove the Reducing carbon, that is carbonyl group from a sugar, and decreases the number of chiral centers by one, is used to related the configuration. Here we will go the less number of carbon atoms we will found in this rough degradation. Already we discussed about Killian-Fisher synthesis. Already we will discuss about Killian-Fisher synthesis, a series of reactions that extends the carbon chain in a carbohydrate by a one carbon and one chiral center. So first of all we will react with hydrogen cyanide, then cyanohydrin will be formed in acidic medium. We will form the carboxylic group. After that, on reduction hydrolysis, we will on heating we will form lactones, and further reduction with sodium amalgam we will get the higher number carbon number of compounds, that is called Killian-Fisher synthesis. Enantiomers and epimers. Here we see the two compounds, that is the two aldotetroses are enantiomers. They are stereoisomers that are mirror image of each other. These are also called as the enantiomers. But compared to the epimers, these two aldohexes are at C4 carbon. They differ only the position of the hydroxyl group in at one asymmetric carbon atom, that is C4 carbon. That is in left hand structure the hydroxyl group is right hand side, and right hand structure is left hand side, hydroxyl group is there. So at one chiral carbon center the position of hydroxyl groups are different. So these compounds are called epimers. The compounds which are superimposable of stereoisomers are called enantiomers. Then D plus glucose exists only in a solution. There are two solid groups, that is alpha glucose and beta glucose. Alpha D glucose rotates, that shows the optical activity at plus 112.2 degrees, where beta glucose plus 90 degrees. In water, each rotates each together and equilibrium with alpha, that is the plus 52.7 degrees. This is called the mutarotation. Alpha D glucose decreases its rotation and beta D glucose increases at the plus 52.7. These two compounds are equilibrium with each other. This phenomenon is called mutarotation. Epimers, already we will discuss. Stereoisomers that differ only in configuration about one chiral center is called the epimer. Here D-glucose and D-mannose at second carbon, C2 carbon, they differ in position of hydroxyl group. So this is two compounds are called epimers. These phenomena is called as epimerization. In animals, plant starch like a plus glucose, and glucose is as converted to glycogen, D plus glucose, D plus glucose converted into fats or amino acids. In respiration, the D-glucose will be in presence of oxygen. It oxidizes and gives carbon dioxide and water and some energy. Due to this respiration only, we will get energy. For this information, we conclude this chapter. Thank you.